And our first final of the evening, in the black corner, fighting out of Maryland, USA, representing Team Lloyd Irvin, please welcome DJ Jackson. And his opponent in the white corner, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, representing Zenith BJJ. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gilbert Durinho Burns.
Dave, here we go. This is our first final of the evening. What do you think is going to happen here?
I think you're going to have two battery rams just going at it, smashing each other, because they both have a very physical style. I'm thinking DJ's going to look for that double leg. He's been very successful with it so far, so I don't see why he wouldn't be going for it again.
But you see, Gilbert already has more of a wrestling stance, unlike Rafael was kind of walking in. Like, he likes those exchanges. He loves scrambles. But that was a bad matchup against DJ's blast double, right? But Gilbert keeps a much lower stance, you can see. And they're both very fast, very athletic, with very good wrestling. I would give Gilbert the advantage in terms of guard. I think wrestling-wise, what do you think, man? I think closely matched, right? They're both good wrestlers.
Either guy could take each other down.
Correct.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of who's got the better setups, who's going to have the better entries. So far, here's another Russian 2-on-1 here.
Dave, you wrestled in high school, right?
Yes.
You mentioned it was the hardest training of your life.
Yeah.
You told me that once.
For sure. I trained under a Lock Haven wrestler, Tirso Valls. Shout out to him. He was a man who changed my life, literally.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
He just finished wrestling in Lock Haven, so he came out from a college background, and he ran the practices like a college practice. So we were trained like 3 hours a day straight doing sprints.
And how old were you?
I started when I was 14 in wrestling.
You can't complain when you're 14.
You would think that, but I came in like a fat slob. Like, I had no conditioning whatsoever. I remember we would start every practice with like a...
Oh, Durinho with the shot there. Yeah, it's hard to get underneath a guy like DJ because
he's already on the
so
ground.
Close. Yeah, exactly. We're talking Gimli here. So, and Gilbert's fast and everything, but man, so is DJ. I think it goes without saying. Anyone who knows these two fighters knew it was going to be a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Right. We reached the 1 minute mark, and no one's pulling guard, and I don't think no one will. I could see maybe Gilbert pulling guard at some point. I think, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it.
Pretty sure DJ's not going to.
No, I don't see DJ pulling. I don't think I've ever seen him. Has he? Maybe.
I think on EBI I've seen him
You
pull.
see this stuff every now and then. The other day I saw one of them pull off a takedown. Like we shot a double and got it. Like, this stuff happens, man. You can't. These guys are athletes. They can do anything. They just prefer, A or B, but they can do anything. Like, you never know. Imagine if you saw DJ play a flying armbar or something. Not what you expect, but he's athletic enough to do it. They're just a matter of, like, is the opportunity going to present itself? Oh, that last double again. Out of bounds. See, that's not 2 points, right, guys? Like, so it's 2 points if the ref feels that Gilbert was purposely going out of bounds. Clearly, that wasn't the case. DJ shot across the mat area, straightforward, blast double. There's nothing Gilbert could have done.
Yeah, and it was DJ pushing him out of bounds just because of the nature of the takedown. It is to run you over, but
correct.
Gilbert showed very good balance, so that he was... Honestly, if we had a football field here, I think they would have just ran across the whole football field.
Exactly.
DJ wasn't low enough on his legs to be able to get him to tilt. Essentially, when you're doing like a blast double, you need their balance to start caving in, but that didn't happen there. And we have big mats here. There's a lot of space here for grappling. Yeah.
So far, very dynamic wrestling match between Gilbert Burns, representing Zenith BJJ. Oh, nice shot in by Gilbert. Yeah, it's going to be hard to take these guys down, Dave.
Yeah, that was a good double leg.
Really
he switched to a head inside single, but like I was telling you, the head inside single is hard to hold on to when you're doing a no-gi environment.
Yeah, and especially like these guys with short legs. What I would, on Gilbert's end, what I would be thinking will be a viable strategy would be to maybe create a scramble to get DJ to turtle up to stand back up so Gilbert can go to his back, and Gilbert's got a really good back attack. On DJ's end, I think he's doing the right thing. He's got to score that takedown. Double, single, whatever the case, he's going to grab onto Gilbert's lower back to hold him down. That's how you hold someone down in no-gi, right? Like, you really want to score those points, grab that lower back, body lock, boom, pin him to the ground, score your points.
Yeah, I think just because how swayed you guys are already, the single leg is going to be really difficult. As we already seen, like 3 or 4 single legs that just slipped out, you know. So the double leg would be good. You know, these guys are comparable size, of course, so doing a
nice. Gilbert with a shot. See, like DJ just frees that leg so easily, Dave.
Yeah, he limp like his way out and got out pretty clean. That's why, like, on these guys, I'm thinking double legs. Double leg would be the key here. So singles are going to be really hard.
Yeah,
so
Gilbert getting really aggressive there with the head fighting, the necktie, and DJ just keeping his cool. He's nice. Yeah, they're both very active, man. Like, ooh, Gilbert, nice. See, DJ just got nice. Gilbert with the Shimada. Wow. See, towards the end of the round, the action goes up because they know that they're going to get a break afterwards. They want to score that point, make sure they win that round.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so far, it's been very close, Dave. Like, I think they're equally matched wrestling-wise. And I just don't... I think both of them are going to have a really hard time scoring that point. I'm worried this is going to go decision. I think that is a possibility, man. Like, it's not the ideal scenario. Like, no one likes decisions. But it might be one of those things where, you know... They just can't take each other down.
Yeah, and right now, how they're calling a decision's essentially flipping a coin because they're both being very aggressive.
That's why I hate being a referee. I don't ever want to be in those shoes. And I've been there before.
They both have had good looks on takedowns. They just barely missed them on each side, you know.
For the record, BJJ community, please go easy on the refs. Stop complaining. It is not a fun job. It is very difficult to stay sharp, on your feet for 12 hours straight. I've been there. Like, normally people who complain a lot have never been in their shoes. I'm telling you, if you ever ref, you know how hard it is. It's easy to make a mistake. I'm a strong believer that 99% of the mistakes that are made in BJJ are honest mistakes.
Right.
You know, I just don't see, like, oh, you know, the bias here, the bias. Like, I don't know. I've been doing this for 20 years. Like, I just don't see it, man. I think these guys, there's no, I mean, maybe 15, 20 years ago, there's a little more like, I'll favor this guy over that guy. These guys, these days, are very professional. So I always tell, like, my students and, like, you know, competitors in general, don't be too judgmental of refs. It's not a fun job. They're underpaid. They work their butts off. You know, it's not a fun job. You make a lot of enemies. People hate you when you're a ref. You know, because I understand the athlete's perspective. I've been in their shoes as well. So you go out there, you're dedicating your life to this sport, right? You're spending a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy into, you know, to be at a tournament, and it's your livelihood there. It's such an emotional investment, and you go out there, and the referee makes a mistake, and you lose. So I get it, but athletes need to understand the referees are not making these mistakes on purpose.
Correct. Yeah, it's innocent mistakes, and especially when you're going through matches that are this close, you know, things can happen.
And not only that, like, you got to understand, like, a sport like jiu-jitsu is very difficult to judge, and the sport has come a long way. You think it's bad, I have no idea how bad it was 15, 20 years ago. The refs today are way better than they used to be. Like, worldwide, like, the level's gone up a lot as far as, like, the understanding of the rules. Granted, the rules are very difficult in general.
Now, if you see here, DJ's backing up a bit more. I think he's trying to lure Gilbert in, right? Because I was telling you before, when you walk into somebody, it's much easier to run them over because they're heavy in that front leg.
Correct.
Let's see if he could, but he's trying to change pace now. He's moving in, forward, controlling the head. So one pet peeve I have with people, you never let someone grab your head. You never let them hang on it.
Yeah.
You always got to break the grips. That's just being lazy.
You know one strategy I had, like when I was going against heavier guys? I was like, I'm going to wear you down kind of strategy. I'd go like that tie clinch and just keep pulling their head down. And that wears on a heavyweight way more than a lightweight because he's got to keep pulling his head back. He's got to carry his heavy upper body. And a lot of times that would create my shot or my sweep single, or I just wear him out. And then next thing you know, I'm getting that front headlock, and that's my path to the back, right? So that's a strategy to beat a heavyweight. Like I teach them. Oh, Gilbert with a shot. This is exactly the situation Gilbert has been waiting for. Yeah. And Gilbert with the takedown there. 2 points. So good. I did call it, Dave. That's exactly what it was like. That was Gilbert's path to victory, was to create a scramble, takedown to the back. DJ's not done, though. He's got 2 points scored on him. We still have a third round ahead of us.
Now, DJ, what needs to do is scoot his hips away from Gilbert to the left, and he's got an opportunity for a switch because Gilbert's not where he wants to be. He doesn't have...
Exactly.
He has that right arm on top, so he can reach for the leg and start scooting out, and he's going to be in the switch.
And Gilbert with the back take. DJ, very good defense, recovery. You see Lloyd Irvin, Muhammad Ali in DJ's corner.
He's going for that Kimura.
And reaching for that, yeah. This is where DJ doesn't want to be, underneath Gilbert. This is why he's turning up, because he wants to get back to his feet.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Dave, Gilbert's got a really good back attack.
For sure.
So DJ's in a really tough spot now, because you don't want to be playing guard with Gilbert, and you don't want to be on your knees in front of Gilbert either. Yeah, Gilbert with the body, the seatbelt there, the 2 hooks, and he didn't get the 4 points. So you can see Gilbert, Luan, in Gilbert's corner calling out Gilbert, score the points, because body triangle, no points.
Yeah, I think DJ was hanging out a little too long in the turtle position.
Now
points.
points. Yeah, I could see DJ being a little tired, man. Like, it happens. The thing is, people that come to Vegas, they don't always realize, like, the weather here, how different. Like, the dry air. We have a little bit of altitude in Vegas as well. So I don't really recommend when people come to Vegas, come out like a week before. If you're going to compete in Vegas, come out a week before, get acclimatized.
Okay. He did come in early, though.
Yeah.
Not super early, but I think he was here on Tuesday, because for exactly that reason. He was worried about
conditioning, And Gilbert with brutal cross faces there. And he's doing the Wagner Hosha move, fishing for that neck.
Yeah, the mouth smother is a good way of setting up chokes.
Yeah, it is, man, because it gets the guy to move. You create that movement there. And it's not illegal,
Now, as someone who's grappled with you a lot, I end up being here quite often. One of my keys to survival here is to try to keep his arms under mine,
Yeah.
If you can do that, there's no submission opportunity.
And DJ is doing a really good job defending. But the thing is, a guy like DJ, even if you're on his back, it's hard. It's why he's got no neck.
Yeah.
Like, as Hafi had that same problem with him. He had them in the guillotines, but how do you finish a guy with virtually no neck with huge traps?
Yeah.
So when he shrugs, it basically, like, his shoulder and head turn into like a triangle, like this big, you can't really get underneath his jaw. And that's where Gilbert is struggling, which is why he's considering an armbar. So now he's going to look at the time. See? He's trying to find the time. Or he's listening to his corner. And then he's gonna switch over for that armbar because he's having a hard time finding that neck. Oh, no, maybe you got him. Yeah, you see, someone with a normal sized neck, that maybe would have been a crossface, but when DJ shrugs, his jaw goes so low, right? His shoulders go so high, you end up like cross-facing his eyes.
Yeah, we should expect an armbar. He's looking at the time.
Yeah, anatomy is a thing in jiu-jitsu. People don't underestimate like the impact of anatomy in jiu-jitsu. Nice. GJ on that defense though. Gilbert with the armbar. 5 seconds. Can he finish? Doesn't look like it.
DJ's got pretty solid there.
Very good defense by DJ.
Nice effort by Gilbert though, trying to put him away.
Yes. So the first round was a draw, David.
Yeah.
Gilbert wins a 10-9, 6 points. I just heard Gilbert say he has no neck. He just said it in Portuguese, but he has no neck. Yeah, no neck indeed.
Look at the scramble here again. He's just trying to stand up, and look, it looked like he was almost going for a shoulder throw there.
Yeah, DJ didn't look too happy after that takedown. But like that, I think this is the path for Gilbert's victory. DJ obviously needs to switch gears and pick it up. He needs that takedown. He needs to win this round. Yes. So it's a draw, and then it's the ref's call.
Yeah, so this is going to be interesting here because the first round was pretty even. Maybe you give an edge to DJ, maybe, because he had I think he had 2 good takedown attempts to Gilbert's 1. But even then, Gilbert was a lot more dominant in round 2. So, like if round 3 DJ just won, like depending how the judges see it, I'm not sure how that's going to work out in his favor. So I think DJ really needs to make a big impression on this final round if he wants to pull this off.
Agreed. because like we spoke about that in the rules meeting, right? If it comes decision, aggression is going to be the second criteria. First criteria, penalties, right? The second criteria, aggression. And Gilbert has been close to the submission during this fight, so.
Yes.
Yuri. Combate.
Unfortunately, there's no penalties yet, so these men can decide the fate of their match here. Oh,
Nice DJ with the takedown. Good defense, Gilbert.
wow, that is not good. Here, looks like Gilbert hit himself on the way down.
I wonder what the ref's going to do.
Clean heel.
Ooh, looks like he hurt himself.
Hopefully it's just a bump.
medic here. Yeah, did you see what he had? Let's see.
I couldn't, but he's not bleeding.
I think he just needs a second to recover.
Yeah. No blood, no cut.
Gilbert is a warrior. He says no break. And DJ with the aggression. Same thing. Exact same. Good sprawl by Gilbert. Yeah. DJ with that wrestling, though.
Yeah, he's
Talk
out.
about aggression. He wants those 30 grand.
Yeah, he's grinding right now.
Knee block. Gilbert winning that head fight, stopping DJ from getting inside. But DJ is being relentless. This is a very active third round.
And rightfully so, because he's down in points. He's got to make it happen now. He can't, and he's not waiting for the time to round either. So I appreciate that he's not going to try to steal a round the last second. He's coming for it early. DJ's got to be careful about running the tank dry early as well, because he put in a lot of juice in that first round.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, DJ's got to fire up his butt now because he needs to win this round.
He's got to get up there.
Yeah, and Gilbert cannot underestimate. Gilbert with the wrestling, though. And Gilbert has always been a very athletic guy, but his wrestling came after MMA. A lot of these guys that come from a jiu-jitsu background, they find themselves, you know what, I'm not going to be the pro guard to win MMA. I'm going to have to learn how to wrestle. So they become, like, you know, very, very skilled wrestlers. Damien is my favorite example. He's never like that takedown artist, but he became he has one of the highest takedown ratios in the history of the UFC. Yeah, he's been very, very dominant. He doesn't come from a wrestling background, so you know he learned it, you know, through his MMA years.
Here, Gilbert with a front headlock. This is definitely where DJ doesn't want to be. He's got to get back up. Wow, look at this.
And Gilbert with the back take again.
That was
3 minutes left. And Dave, what do you think? Oh, DJ's recovering. Very good recovery by DJ, and he's playing guard now. Just Gilbert playing very safe there, man. He's managing his top position. What does DJ have to do here, Dave? We've been in this situation in the second round. And you see DJ fishing for his legs.
Yeah, he is.
And Gilbert defending very well. What's the game plan for DJ here? He's losing this fight, Dave. What does he do?
Well, right now they didn't score anything here, so I thought that might have been a sweep. I'm not sure how they saw it, if it was a guard pull.
Yeah, no, it's not because I think he pulled, so it's nothing. And Gilbert is just managing that top position. He knows he won the second round, and it will not go to decision unless DJ can win this round, right? So DJ needs to sweep. Now he's in a tough spot because sweeping Gilbert is no joke.
Yeah.
Especially because DJ is not guard. Like, it's not his strong suit, right? It could happen, but it's not, you know, if this were DJ on top and Gilbert having to sweep him, that would have been, you know, maybe possible. Like, DJ just doesn't, he's not a guard player. He needs to maybe try to get that underhook and create a scramble here from with that underhook to single, turn it into a takedown. There we go.
Wizard.
So this could be good for DJ because he's back on his feet now.
DJ's looking a little tired here.
He's got really good wrestling. He needs to spin to try to get to Gilbert's left side. So he needs to square up with him while holding on to that leg.
He's got that leg deep, but Gilbert's hip position is good here.
Yeah, Gilbert could be going for a crucifix if he can get underneath that arm. I know you like that crucifix position, Dave.
Yes, it's a very strong position here. But it looks, okay, no, the leg is under DJ's head. I thought it might have been over, which would have been a different position. Ooh, but he's... Man,
I'm not. Yeah, well, Gilbert did like I normally tell people not to do, which is like try to suck the guy on top of him in that position. But he pulled it off with a really tight seatbelt, and now a body lock. He's got 1 minute left, and he just went to his corner. He's like very confident, like, I got this.
Yeah.
DJ's got to go. Like, he can't be sitting back waiting. He needs to do something. He's got 50 seconds to win those 30,000, but this fight is looking like it's in Gilbert's hands.
Yeah, especially with that body triangle. And one of the
Gilbert
problematic
wants
things.
to finish him. Oh, it looks like he's... Gilbert very aggressive here. He wants that submission.
Yeah, the problem with DJ also being shorter, those triangles are easier to lock up and harder to get out of here.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Generally speaking, you want to move towards the lock, right? So DJ's moving the right way. See, it forces the Gilbert to move. It's very difficult to keep the triangle when the opponent moves towards the lock, even if you have long legs.
I think DJ should give up the mount and then maybe try to pop his way up, maybe go to a foot lock here, because that's all he really has time for at this point.
Durinho still going for the kill. He's got 5 seconds left. It doesn't look like this is going to be in with a submission, but Durinho looks like he's securing $30,000. Congratulations, Gilbert, our first champion of the evening.
Very impressive.